comes a moment in every soul's journey when the waiting starts to make sense. The doors that once seemed closed begin to unlock, not because the world has changed, but because you have everything you've been asking for, praying for, and dreaming about is aligning right now. The universe has not forgotten you. It has been preparing you. The key is to prepare yourself to receive. The waiting was never wasted. Even when you felt like nothing was happening, everything was unfolding perfectly behind the scenes. Every pause, every delay, and every unanswered prayer was part of a divine plan designed to help you grow into the person who could handle the very things you were asking for. Life was never punishing you with silence. It was preparing you for alignment. You see, the universe doesn't operate on your timeline. It operates on divine timing. There is a sacred rhythm to everything. The sun rises at its appointed hour. The seasons shift when it's time, and the flowers bloom only when the soil, light, and air are in perfect balance. You are no different. Your dreams, too, have their season. What feels like a delay is often the universe saying, wait, something better is being arranged for you. In those moments of waiting, your soul was learning patience. You were being taught how to trust when you couldn't see the full picture. You were being guided to release control, to stop forcing outcomes, and to start believing that what's meant for you will never miss you. The waiting was never about deprivation. It was about transformation. You were being softened in the waiting. Your faith was being tested, not to break you, but to stretch you, to expand your heart so that when your blessings finally arrive, you can hold them with wisdom, gratitude, and maturity. Think back to all the things you once wanted so desperately but didn't receive at that time. Can you see now why? Some of those things weren't in alignment with your true path. Some people were meant to leave before your blessings arrived. Some doors had to close because you would have walked into rooms that weren't meant for your spirit. Life wasn't rejecting you, it was redirecting you. Every no you faced was an act of love, not rejection. It was the universe whispering, not this, my child. Something greater is waiting. Waiting teaches you how to listen. When the noise of constant striving quiets, you begin to hear your own intuition more clearly. You start to sense what feels right and what doesn't. You learn that not everything you desire is meant to stay, and not everything you lose is a tragedy. Sometimes the waiting is where your inner wisdom is born. You stop chasing and you begin allowing. You stop questioning and you start trusting. You move from desperation to peace, from anxiety to surrender. This period of waiting also allows you to heal the parts of you that once sabotaged your blessings. Maybe in the past you were impatient or fearful, doubting your worth every time things took longer than expected. But now, through the stillness, you are learning that your worth was never tied to how quickly things happen. You are learning that even when nothing seems to move, you are still progressing. The waiting season builds the kind of strength that rushing never can. It teaches you endurance, faith, and self-love, the ingredients necessary for lasting success. When you're waiting, it's easy to believe that everyone else is moving forward without you. You might look around and see others achieving, thriving, and celebrating while you're still in the process. But remember this, their timeline is not your timeline. You are not late, and you are not behind. The universe customizes every journey. What's being prepared for you is unique. It requires special timing, special conditions, and special preparation. That's why you can't compare your journey to anyone else's. The truth is, what's coming for you needs you to be ready. If your blessings arrived before you were emotionally or spiritually prepared, they could easily slip away. But now, because you've waited, you'll recognize them when they come. You'll appreciate them in ways you never could have before. The waiting purifies your intention. It separates desire from desperation. When your dream finally manifests, it will no longer come from a place of need, but from wholeness. That's when manifestation becomes effortless. So don't curse the waiting. Bless it, honor it. Let it teach you. Let it shape you into someone who trusts life deeply. The waiting was never wasted time. It was sacred time. It was the cocoon that turned you from a seeker into a believer. One day soon, you will look back and understand why it all took so long. You'll see how perfectly every delay, every detour, and every silent moment brought you right here to the threshold of everything you've ever wanted. When your blessings finally appear, you'll smile and say, "Now I see. The waiting was never wasted," because every second you spent in patience was building the foundation for the life that's about to unfold. What you've been waiting for is already on its way, and when it arrives, you'll know it was worth every moment of stillness, every prayer, every tear, and every ounce of faith you held on to when you had no proof. Before something new can enter your life, you must first make room for it. The universe cannot fill a space that's already occupied by fear, doubt, or the weight of your past. To receive the blessings you've been asking for, you must be willing to release what no longer serves you. This is the sacred art of clearing space, an act of love that tells the universe, "I am ready." Many people hold tightly to what is familiar, even when it brings pain. We cling to old habits, outdated beliefs, and relationships that drain our spirit because they make us feel safe. But comfort is not the same as peace. The things that once helped you survive may now be the very things holding you back. To move forward, you must let go of the versions of yourself that are no longer aligned with where you're going. When you clear the space within, you create room for miracles to enter. Think of your heart as a garden. If the soil is cluttered with weeds, there's no room for new flowers to bloom. The weeds represent old energy, resentment, fear, guilt, and self-doubt. Pulling them out may feel uncomfortable at first because they've been rooted there for so long, but the moment you release them, the light begins to reach you again. Suddenly there's air, space, and freshness where heaviness once lived. Clearing space doesn't only mean removing people or things from your physical world. It's also an inner cleansing. Ask yourself, what thoughts no longer serve my highest good? What stories am I still telling myself that keep me small? What habits do I repeat out of fear instead of love? When you begin to answer these questions honestly, you'll realize that you've been carrying weight that isn't yours to hold anymore. You might have asked the universe for abundance, yet deep inside, you still hold the belief that money is hard to earn or that you don't deserve prosperity. You might have prayed for a healthy, loving relationship, but still carry emotional wounds from your past that whisper, "Love always hurts." The universe listens not to your words, but to your vibration. And as long as your energy is mixed with fear or doubt, the blessings you ask for cannot find their way in. To clear space is to clean the vibration of your life. It's a declaration that says, "I am ready to release the old and welcome the new." This is not a one-time act. It's a daily practice of awareness and surrender. It's choosing forgiveness instead of bitterness. It's decluttering your environment to create peace. It's walking away from conversations that lower your energy and saying no to things that no longer reflect your growth. Sometimes clearing space means letting go of people who no longer align with your spirit. It doesn't mean you stop loving them. It simply means you love yourself enough to grow beyond them. Not everyone can come with you into your next chapter. Some souls were meant to teach you lessons, not to stay forever. Bless them, thank them for what they brought into your life, and release them with peace. Their departure is not a loss. It's a sacred opening for something greater. You may also need to clear physical spaces. The clutter around you reflects the energy within you. Start small, clean a drawer, organize your room, or release objects that carry emotional heaviness. Every time you clear something from your physical space, you send a powerful message to the universe. I am creating room for my blessings. You shift your frequency from stagnation to flow. You begin to attract new energy, new opportunities, and new people who match your renewed vibration. Clearing space can feel lonely at times because when you release the old, there's often a quiet in-between period before the new arrives. Don't mistake that quiet for emptiness. It's sacred stillness. It's the divine pause before creation. The universe is rearranging things on your behalf, preparing to fill that space with what truly belongs to you. Trust that the moment you let go of what no longer fits, something more aligned begins to move toward you. Every ending is secretly a beginning. Every release creates an opening for expansion. When you surrender what no longer resonates, you step into alignment with your true self. You open the door to the love, peace, and abundance you've been asking for. So take a deep breath and release what feels heavy. Let go of that old belief that says you are unworthy. Let go of the memories that no longer serve your growth. Let go of the fear that the best part of your life is behind you. None of that is true. What's meant for you is waiting for you, but it cannot enter until you create the space. The act of clearing space is a powerful form of manifestation. It is an invitation for miracles. It is you saying to the universe, I trust what's coming more than I fear what's leaving. The moment you do that, the energy begins to shift. Doors open, paths clear. The right people appear. Life begins to move in your favor, and everything that's meant for you starts to flow effortlessly into your open hands. Belief is the seed from which every miracle grows. Before you can see your dream with your eyes, you must first see it with your heart. The world will tell you to believe only in what you can touch, what you can prove, what you can measure. But true creation begins in the unseen. Every great thing that has ever existed started as a thought, a whisper of faith that said, even though I can't see it yet, I know it's real. When you believe before you see, you align yourself with the creative power of the universe. You stop waiting for evidence and begin generating it through your energy. You no longer live by circumstance. You live by faith. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you desire to be. It's the invisible power that turns your thoughts into things and your dreams into reality. The moment you choose to believe, you send out a vibration that tells life, I am ready to receive. But belief is more than a thought. It's a state of being. It's not repeating words of affirmation with doubt in your heart. It's knowing deep within that what you desire is already yours. You may not see the full picture yet, but the pieces are aligning in divine order. Just as the roots of a tree grow underground long before the first leaf appears, the energy of your desire is forming in places you cannot yet perceive. There will be moments when doubt tries to whisper that nothing is happening. You'll look around and see no visible sign of progress, and your mind will want to give up. But that is precisely the moment when you must hold your belief the strongest, because in that unseen realm, the universe is moving mountains for you. The silence is not a void. It's creation in motion. When you believe, despite appearances, you prove your readiness for manifestation. The truth is, what you believe shapes your world far more than what you see. Your beliefs act like lenses, coloring every experience you have. If you believe that life is difficult, you'll find endless proof of struggle. If you believe that life supports you, you'll begin to see opportunities and synchronicities everywhere. The world mirrors the energy you project. You cannot attract abundance while believing in lack. You cannot call in love while holding beliefs of unworthiness. To change your life, you must first change your beliefs. Believing before you see also means trusting divine timing. It means understanding that your desire is on its way, even if it hasn't arrived yet. You may not know the how, but the how is not your job. Your only job is to hold the vision, to feel the joy of it as though it has already come true. When you act, speak, and think from that vibration, the universe has no choice but to match it. That's how manifestation works. It responds to energy, not to waiting. You can practice this kind of faith every day. Begin each morning by visualizing your dream as if it has already happened. Feel the gratitude, the excitement, the peace that comes from living that reality. Speak your desires into existence. Say, everything is always working out for me. Say, I am worthy of miracles. Say, it's already done. You don't need to know when or how. It's the feeling that does the work. Emotion is the language of the universe, and belief is the voice that calls creation into form. Many people wait for proof before they believe, but that is like standing in front of a cold fireplace, saying, give me heat and then I'll add wood. Life doesn't work that way. You must give your faith first. You must feed your dreams with certainty even when reality hasn't caught up yet. That's the magic of faith. It bends reality toward your vision. There will be days when you stumble, when your faith wavers, when the old voice of fear returns to question everything. Be gentle with yourself in those moments. You are human, and faith is a muscle that grows stronger each time you use it. When doubt arises, thank it for showing you where you still need to strengthen your belief. Then return to your inner knowing. Remind yourself, what I seek is seeking me. Everything you desire already exists in energetic form. It's waiting for you to become a match to it through your belief. When you finally align with the feeling of it's already mine, the universe rushes to mirror that truth back to you in visible form. That's when miracles appear. That's when what was once invisible becomes undeniable. So hold your faith close. Believe before you see. Live as though your dream is already unfolding, because it is. The moment you truly believe, the universe begins to rearrange itself to prove you right. Every unseen force, every coincidence, every opportunity begins moving toward you, drawn by the magnet of your unwavering trust. And one day, you'll open your eyes and see it all. The dream you once imagined standing before you, real and vibrant. And you'll smile because you'll know that it was your belief that brought it into being. You'll whisper to yourself, I believed before I saw, and that made all the difference. When something new is about to enter your life, the energy begins to shift long before you notice it. You start to feel subtle changes. Old habits lose their comfort, familiar people drift away, and your soul begins to crave something more. This is not coincidence, it is preparation. The universe is gently guiding you to make space for your next chapter. Every ending, every uncomfortable transition is an invitation to rise higher and walk into a new version of yourself. To prepare for your new chapter, you must first believe that one exists. You must trust that where you are now is not the final destination, but a stepping stone towards something greater. So many people stay stuck because they fear change. They fear the unknown. Yet the unknown is exactly where transformation lives. Life will never expand for you if you continue clinging to what feels safe. Growth requires courage. The courage to let go of the old so the new can begin. Ask yourself, if I knew my dreams were on their way, how would I live today? Would I carry myself differently? Would I walk with more confidence, speak with more purpose, or treat myself with more love? Preparing for your next chapter begins with embodying the energy of the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. You cannot enter your new season wearing the energy of the old one. You must rise into it, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Start by shifting your daily thoughts, the stories you tell yourself, shape the world around you. If your inner dialogue still echoes the past, nothing ever works out for me, or I don't know if I can do this, then you are dragging old energy into a new beginning. Replace those words with empowerment. Everything is aligning for my highest good. I am ready for the opportunities coming my way. My life is unfolding in divine order. Speak as if it's already happening, because in truth it is. Your words are blueprints for the future you are creating. Preparing for your new chapter also means tending to your inner world. The universe cannot deliver new blessings to an unhealed heart. If you are still carrying resentment, fear, or regret, this is your time to release it. You cannot step forward freely while looking backward. Forgive yourself for what didn't go right. Forgive others for what they could not give you. Every wound that once hurt you deeply was also a teacher, guiding you closer to your authentic power. Thank the past for its lessons, then let it go with grace. This is also a time to nurture stillness. Before something new unfolds, there is often a sacred quiet, a pause that asks you to reflect, realign, and restore your energy. Don't rush this part. Stillness is not stagnation, it is recalibration. It's where clarity forms. In the stillness, you reconnect with your intuition, that quiet voice within that already knows what your next step should be. When you learn to trust that voice, you stop searching for signs outside yourself and start walking in alignment with confidence. Preparation also involves action. Faith without action is only hope. Take steps that align with the life you are calling in. If you want love, start becoming love. If you want success, show up with dedication and discipline. If you want peace, begin by choosing peace in your daily thoughts and actions. Every small step you take toward your new reality tells the universe you are serious about receiving it. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. The energy you invest now will multiply later. And remember, preparation isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it looks like long nights of self-reflection, releasing attachments, or doing the quiet, unseen work that no one applauds. But that's where transformation truly happens. In the hidden moments when no one is watching. Every time you choose patience over frustration, growth over comfort, and faith over fear, you are strengthening the foundation for what's to come. There may be moments when you question whether anything is changing at all. You might wonder if your prayers are being heard, or if your hard work is worth it. Don't be discouraged. The new chapter is forming beneath the surface, just as the seed breaks open underground before it ever reaches the light. Trust the process. Life has a rhythm, and you are right on time within it. Soon the pieces will come together. The people you're meant to meet will appear. The doors that were once closed will open effortlessly. And when that happens, you'll realize that all the waiting, all the releasing, all the inner work was necessary to prepare you for this very moment. You'll stand stronger, clearer, and more confident than ever before because you did the work to become ready. So breathe deeply and walk forward with faith. The universe is already aligning everything in your favor. You are not being tested. You are being prepared. What's ahead of you is greater than anything you've left behind. Trust that the next chapter of your life will be the one that reminds you why it all had to happen this way. Your new beginning is already written. All that's left is for you to step into it with open hands, an open heart, and unshakable belief that you are ready for everything you once dreamed of. Your energy is your greatest currency. It is the invisible force that shapes your reality, attracts experiences, and determines how life responds to you. Every thought, word, and emotion carries vibration, and that vibration either fuels your growth or drains your spirit. To live a peaceful and empowered life, you must learn to protect your energy. You cannot create miracles from a place of exhaustion or chaos. You must become selective about what you allow into your mind, your heart, and your environment. Protecting your energy begins with awareness. Notice how you feel around certain people, places, or situations. Energy never lies. If someone leaves you feeling drained, tense, or uncertain, pay attention. The body often senses what the mind tries to ignore. Not everyone deserves access to your spirit. You can love people from a distance without giving them permission to disturb your peace. You can care without allowing yourself to be consumed. The truth is, your energy is sacred, and you have the right to preserve it. So many people live in constant reaction to the energy around them. They absorb other people's moods, worries, and pain, carrying it as if it were their own. But you were not born to be an emotional sponge. You were born to be a light. When you protect your energy, you create an invisible boundary that says, I can have compassion for you, but I will not sacrifice my peace for your chaos. That boundary is not selfish. It is an act of self-love. It ensures that you stay centered no matter what happens outside of you. Begin by being mindful of what you consume, the energy you take in through your conversations, your social media, your environment, and even your thoughts affects your vibration. Negative news, gossip, and criticism lower your frequency. Gratitude, laughter, love, and truth raise it. Protecting your energy doesn't mean ignoring the world. It means choosing where to place your focus. You are always feeding your mind something. Ask yourself daily, is this nourishing my spirit or depleting it? Another way to protect your energy is through silence. Not every emotion needs to be explained, and not every reaction needs to be expressed. Silence is a powerful form of self-control. It allows you to preserve your energy instead of scattering it in meaningless battles or explanations. You don't need to prove yourself or justify your worth to anyone. The moment you stop reacting to every external disturbance, you reclaim your power. You become untouchable, not because you build walls, but because you've found peace within. Protecting your energy also means saying no without guilt. Many people exhaust themselves trying to please everyone. They overcommit, overextend, and overgive, then wonder why they feel empty. Saying no is not rejection, it is redirection. Every time you say no to something that drains you, you say yes to something that uplifts you. You don't owe anyone access to your time or emotional space. You are responsible for your peace, not for managing how others perceive your boundaries. The more you honor your energy, the more the world begins to respect it too. It's equally important to protect your energy from your own thoughts. Sometimes the biggest energy thief lives in your mind. The endless overthinking, worrying, and replaying of old memories can exhaust your spirit more than anything else. When your mind starts to spiral, pause and breathe. Remind yourself that not every thought deserves attention. Shift your focus to the present moment, the only place where your true power exists. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you strengthen your energetic field. Spiritual protection is also essential. Begin your day with intention. Before stepping into the world, center yourself with gratitude and affirmations. Imagine a radiant light surrounding you, a light that allows love and positivity in but keeps negativity out. This is not imagination, it is energy work. The more you practice it, the stronger your aura becomes. You will notice that stressful people or situations begin to lose their hold on you. You will feel lighter, clearer, and more in tune with your intuition. You must also remember to recharge. Protecting your energy isn't only about avoiding negativity. It's about refilling your cup. Spend time in nature, meditate, journal, or simply sit in quiet reflection. Do what brings you peace. When you nurture your inner world, your outer world transforms. Energy flows where attention goes. And when you pour attention into your well-being, life mirrors that harmony back to you. There will always be noise in the world, people who misunderstand you, challenges that test you, and energies that try to pull you down, but you do not have to absorb any of it. You can stand grounded in your truth, calm in your spirit, and radiant in your light. The more you protect your energy, the more magnetic you become. You will attract peace, opportunities, and relationships that reflect your highest vibration. So choose peace over pressure, solitude over chaos, and faith over fear. You are responsible for your inner climate. The calmer you become inside, the more powerful you become in shaping your outer reality. Protect your energy fiercely, for it is the foundation upon which your entire life is built. When your energy is aligned, everything else falls beautifully into place. Receiving is an art, a gentle act of allowing life to bless you. For so long you have prayed, waited, worked, and hoped. You have learned to endure, to heal, to release, and to believe. But now it is time to open your heart and receive. Too often we prepare ourselves for the struggle, but not for the success. We are taught how to survive, but not how to allow. Yet, the moment you begin to receive with grace, you step into the flow of abundance that was always meant for you. Receiving with grace begins with one powerful realization. You are worthy. You have always been worthy, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. You were born deserving of love, peace, joy, and prosperity. The universe never withholds these things. It only waits for you to believe that you are ready to have them. When you carry guilt, fear, or self-doubt, you unconsciously push your blessings away. You might say you want abundance, but if deep inside you feel unworthy of it, it cannot stay. Grace begins the moment you release the thought that you have to earn what is already yours. When your blessings start to arrive, receive them without hesitation. Don't question whether you deserve them or wonder if they're too good to be true. The universe responds to openness, not resistance. When you say, "This can't be happening to me," you block the very flow that brought the blessing to your door. Instead, breathe, smile, and affirm, "Yes, this is for me. I am ready to receive all that is meant for me." Receiving is not arrogance, it is humility. It is understanding that everything in life is energy in motion. What you give comes back, and what you allow becomes your experience. When you receive with gratitude, you keep that energy flowing. But when you resist it out of fear or disbelief, the flow slows down. Gratitude turns receiving into harmony. It transforms what could have been temporary into something lasting and meaningful. Many people have learned to give endlessly but struggle to receive. They associate giving with goodness and receiving with selfishness. But balance is the true nature of life. Day and night, inhale and exhale, giving and receiving. They are all part of the same sacred rhythm. If you only give and never receive, your energy becomes depleted. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Allowing yourself to receive is not weakness, it is wisdom. It restores balance to your soul and teaches you that love flows both ways. To receive with grace is also to let go of control. You may have imagined your blessings coming in one particular form, through a certain person, job, or opportunity, but sometimes what is meant for you arrives in ways you never expected. Grace means trusting that even if the path looks different, the outcome is still divine. It means accepting that the universe knows the perfect way to deliver what you need at the perfect time. You don't need to chase or force anything. You only need to stay open and allow. When you receive with grace, you are not only accepting a blessing, you are affirming your faith. You are saying to life, I trust you. I trust that I am cared for, that I am guided, that I am supported. That trust creates even more flow. Opportunities begin to multiply. People show up to help you. Doors open that you didn't even know existed. Because when you align with gratitude and trust, the universe meets you with generosity. But remember, receiving with grace is not only about material blessings. Sometimes what you are meant to receive is peace after years of struggle. Sometimes it is closure, healing, or clarity. Sometimes it is love in a form you never recognized before. Every gift, seen or unseen, is an expression of divine care. When you accept these gifts without resistance, you send a signal that you are in harmony with life itself. The key is to remain humble and thankful. Gratitude magnifies everything you receive. The more thankful you are for what you have, the more reasons life will give you to be thankful. Whisper thank you often, not just for the big moments, but for the small ones. The morning light, the kind word, the quiet peace that finds you at the end of the day. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into miracles. You have done the inner work. You have released the past, raised your vibration, and trusted through uncertainty. Now is the time to let the good flow in. Stand tall, open your heart, and let the universe deliver what it has been holding for you. Do not shrink when the blessings come. Do not question their timing. Simply say, yes, I am ready. And when everything you once dreamed of begins to unfold before your eyes, take a moment to breathe it in. Smile softly and whisper, I knew it would come. I was preparing for this all along. That is the power of grace, the quiet confidence that knows you are in perfect harmony with life. So receive with open hands, a peaceful mind, and a grateful heart. The universe loves a soul that knows how to say thank you.